Hello everybody. April 22nd, daily quiz number 40. We reached the 40 mark. How about that? Hope you all had a good weekend. I have a bit of a bad back still, but it's getting better. We're almost at the end of April. Can you believe it? Now, to Friday's question. The question was, what is a sour mash? You know, Jack Daniels, they always say sour mash. A lot of the bourbons from the States, sour mash. And it's always been a wonder for me, what the heck's a sour mash, right? So, first of all, sour mash doesn't mean that the taste is sour. The finished product is not sour. A sour mash, first of all, you start off the fermentation with wheat, yeast, and water. Now, as you know, the yeast breaks down the starches and the sugars in the wheat so that they turn into alcohol and emit carbon dioxide, right? Okay. A sour mash occurs when they take some active yeast from the last batch and add it into the new batch that's fermenting. Okay. Sometimes 1/3, 1/4 of the barrel or the vat, whatever they're fermenting in. They'll add this in. And that's what they call a sour mash. Now, they do it for a couple of reasons. One is to regulate the pH balance in the fermentation. Because with the old bacteria, it guarantees that the acidity will be controlled and there's a proper pH balance to the finished product. And second of all, it helps, it guarantees that the batch they're working on will taste the same as the last batch. You don't want to order a Jack Daniels and it tastes one way 1 week or one time you buy a bottle. And then you buy a second bottle and it tastes different. That's how you get the continuity of having a Jack Daniels taste the same from one bottle to another. They add some of the last batch into the new batch, which they call a sour mash, and that yeast from the previous batch help regulate the consistency of the finished product. So that basically is what a sour mash is. It's used in beer as well. And then it's double distilled I think Jack Daniels is double distilled in a pot still. They still use pot stills. And that's how a sour mash occurs. It's not a sour mash if they don't add some of the previous batch into the new batch. Okay. I don't know how they came up with sour mash, the word, but that's the answer. All right, today's quiz. Consomme, the soup. They say a good chef or cook is one that knows how to make a great soup. All right? Now, consomme, as you know, it could be consomme amontillado, which is a little addition of sherry to it. Consomme Celestine, where they cut up the strips of pancakes in it, or blinis in the soup. You've got consomme brunoise, which is the way you cut vegetables, the shape you cut certain vegetables, add them to the soup. Whole bunch of different things you could add to consomme. But a consomme has to be clear. It has to be free of the beef stock or the bouillon and all the stuff added into it to make the consomme. So it has to be what they call clarified. And they use a fining agent for that, which is a term used in wine a lot, fining agent. So in order to clarify a consomme and make it clear as possible, clear so that you could see right through it and not see anything floating around in it. What does the cook use? What does the soup guy, the garde manger, the chef, or whoever makes the soup, what does he use to clarify a consomme? All right, we're going to the kitchen now today. What does he use to clarify a consomme soup in order so that's completely clear of anything in it? It's just soup. It's just, doesn't have anything in it. It's just a soup. And then they add whatever they want to it after. All right? Okay, hope you have a great day. Answer tomorrow.